You're welcome back. And before we end the show, some conversation that is taking us outside the shores of Ghana. Now, in the last few weeks, Kenya has been in the news around the world, mainly for one reason: the demonstration that led to wide-ranging reforms there. Even today, we are reading about some changes done by the president, William Ruto. Now, some died, some were injured, unfortunately, but it's waking up the leadership, and things seem to be going on in the right direction. Now, what can we learn from them? Yes, and then the business aspect as well. It is for the very good reason, because Kenya economy is so strong, and this initiative will be a win-win situation for both economies. And here with us in the studio as we talk about Kenya and business, our business leaders who are visiting Ghana to explore ways of building strong linkages with the private sector in Ghana in a bid to accelerate the agenda of the African Continental Free Trade Area. They comprise of entrepreneurs in milk, meat, coffee, tea, leather, and other sectors, and also seek to explore investment opportunities with interested parties with the Ghana Association of Industries members. They join me in the studio for a quick conversation about the visit. Kennedy Mwangura, did I get the name right?
Yeah.
Great. And of course, David Sosa. And we also have Bedan Watha. Okay, so you're welcome to Ghana. So how long have you guys been in Ghana?
For this, the purposes of this trade mission, we've been in Ghana for the last 1 week.
1 week.
He joined yesterday, and he has been here for a week. I've been here for longer than that.
Longer than that?
Yes, but I'm the chairman of Tradex Consult Africa.
Okay.
And we have a partnership with AGI, which we signed in December last year during the Volta Fair. And this was to enable us interact with the Kenyan business community.
Right.
And the dreams and ideals that we had started during the conversations we had with them are now bearing fruit. To my left, I have Bedan and Kennedy,
right,
who are in two of the industries that have shown great potential in Ghana.
Right.
And Bedan is doing tea. Kenya is a very good, it's a big tea producer.
Absolutely.
Yes, and leather. Kennedy is doing leather.
Okay.
Kenya is also a very big producer of leather. What we had realized that Ghana imports its leather from Italy, and rather than in the other African countries, and we wanted to take make steps in that area where the trade initiatives and the bilateral agreements between the two countries, we want to cut off the European markets and export directly, in trade directly.
Yeah, between countries, within the continent.
African countries, in the continent.
Okay.
Yes. So that is why we're here, and I think we've had some very successful meetings.
Right.
And I think they will tell the story.
Perhaps let me start from Kennedy.
Yes.
So Ken, what exactly do you do? Tell me about your business.
Yes, we do leather tanning of hides and skins from raw to finished products. We have a complete chain of value addition. We do the final products of leather and leather articles, right from footwear, belts, wallets, and all the leather articles. And we have done that for the longest in Kenya. We've done for this one for the last 40 years plus. And we've managed to have the issue of Kenya being sustainable, the policy of sustainability, been able to supply the shoes and the military boots to the Kenya Defense Forces. We've supplied to the prisons. We've done the supply of leather to the Kenyan parliament, the one that used to do the seat. We've also doing the school-going shoes for the children. Anything leather. Leathermark Leather Center is the home of leather.
And so here in Ghana, what are you hoping to achieve Have you already started talking to businesses that may align with what the kind of business you do?
Yes, we've done some engagements with some of the readers and business partners, and we realized we have a big market in Ghana because some of the leaders we talked to earlier this morning, the main issues on the leather itself for making the leather articles. And the challenge is on the quality of the leather. Whatever they are getting is not a quality guaranteed as to what they saw, because I gave them some of the samples and they acknowledged and in fact, they agreed that our leather is of good quality. And as such, moving forward, we're going to have some advanced discussions on how they'll be able to get the leather from our factory in Kenya.
So Ben, let's talk about tea. And I mean, everybody take breakfast.
Yes.
This morning, for example, I took Lipton. So how do you come in?
Yeah, well, very well. I think you took Lipton. Lipton is the biggest brand of tea, of packed tea in the world. I work for a company called Phillies. So Phillies is the oldest company of tea in the world. I think we were founded in 1750. So for tea, here we are a B2B kind of business. So we offer solutions for that. So probably you might not be taking my tea in Lipton's, because Lipton's will continue to produce their tea here. But there are other sectors, there are other SMEs that would like to join the bandwagon of tea, and we are here to try and support them from the ingredients point of view. So we've met quite a number of people because there are two things about tea. We need to bring fresher tea, so that you get the better flavor. We also need to sell Kenyan tea to Ghana instead of it going very round. Yeah, so
of course, and I support that 100%. But how is it going? Are you talking to people? What has been the response?
Yes. The response has been that, yes, we've been doing this for a long time. We are positive about it. We would like to try this. If we put in place what has been the challenges, if we put them behind us, we should be able to move forward. I think the partnership between Ghana and Kenya is quite traditional, and so there's positive outlook.
All right. So David, I mean, in terms of, there's already AfCFTA.
Yeah.
And I don't know how businesses in Africa are taking advantage of the opportunities that exist under AfCFTA to help the integration and, of course, trading among ourselves. Have we really exploited that advantage yet?
I think that is what we're beginning to do. I am a Ghanaian who was born in Kenya.
Okay.
Both my parents are Ghanaians. And we've seen where the gaps is. And we formed Tradex, Africa Consult, to fill in those gaps. So it was just recently that we signed an agreement with AGI, and after several discussions. And we had a conversation with the manufacturers in Kenya. There will be more interactions.
Of course.
But this is the beginning. Yes, and there's big hope. And there's really big hope in doing business. As Beden has just mentioned, there are some gaps which need to be filled. And once they are filled, it will be very easy to do trade within the two countries.
Okay. So I mean, in going around the table again, let me again some we can. I mean, imagine supplying leather to even the entire West African sub-region. That is big business.
Yes.
And if similar companies are allowed to do the same with different brands, and that is we raising billionaires in Africa within a short period of time. Yet, do you think that we've really looked at that as an opportunity that we can explore, knowing very well that even within the country, there are issues of, traveling and, borders that are restricting movement here and there. What more can we do to make this seamless?
The first thing is to believe in ourselves as countries and as players in the market, that it is possible that Africa can be able to be self-sustainable in terms of all the industry and the areas. Getting back to the leather, I believe for us, you look at the Kenyan military and the Kenya Police Service and the discipline forces, the school-going children, yourself wearing a shoe, you have a belt, you have a wallet. So this is a market that cannot be exhausted because we need to bring everybody in board. And I'm sure when you do now the value addition across the chain, the farmers and everyone will be able to benefit out of this. And I'm sure this will be an awakening factor to the business people as well, because if I make the belts, I will not be able to dispute maybe probably to everyone, but again, there are people in between that will be able to, the retailers and the distributors as well. So all our sales along the region and across the region are going to benefit from this.
And Bernard, are there challenges that you think that must be addressed urgently?
Yeah, I think there are challenges. We need to, first, we need to integrate better. Of course,
and now you don't think that we are doing that much?
Because, we need to fasten the pace, I think. And this is why we as private sector have decided to come and help, because governments and science sat down, it took some while, and it's a big progress because this is between SADC countries, COMESA and ECOWAS. So of course the potential is massive. In fact, if we could integrate very well, we don't need to export outside of Africa, according to me. I think that is a big
because we have a population of over 1.3 billion.
Yes. This is, we can't...
A continent with 30% of the world natural resources.
Yes, you know, yeah, we can do very well. And you can imagine, so I'll bring tea here and I'll get cocoa from you at better rates. So currently we even have a very big advantage. Why? Okay, we say that another man's poison is another man's sweetness. We have this Suez Canal problem currently that, so all vessels going to Europe have to come through the Cape of Good Hope. This in itself, I think we saw it in Tema, has improved the transshipment capacity at the Tema port.
Right.
If that continues, and even if peace is made, we don't want them to fight forever. If they make peace, at least we'll have developed a new transshipment route.
Sure.
This is one of the biggest challenges that we used to have. So already we shorten a very good route. So that is already sorted. Then we make the tariff barrier break down quicker, because you have it on paper, but it's not ratified in some places.
All right.
So those are the low fronts.
Right. So let me wrap up with David so that I can bring in Michaela.
Yes.
So David, is there an open day, a forum where businesses are all converging so that ideas can be shared, networking can be built?
That is something ongoing. Okay. We have partners like Eminence Global, Michaela, who you're going to speak to just now, and others that we are consulting with, and with AGI. We're going to have those forums. I think in September we're having something on the AGI calendar, and there will be other business safaris where we're going to have Kenyan businessmen coming to Kenya and Ghanaian businessmen
also going to Kenya.
Yes.
Okay.
So that all those are in the plans.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, and I'll wrap up with them pretty shortly here on the pause so that I can also bring in one more person as we wrap up this discussion. So Michaela is also part of the delegation.
Yes.
And just because of time, I'll allow for some few minutes from Michaela. Michaela, you're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you.
Tell me about yourself and what you do.
All right.
Maybe I've got a table of men, all of them into businesses.
Yeah.
So what does Michaela do?
All right, so I'm Mika Mong. I'm the Global Director for Eminence Global. It's a PR firm that is headquartered in Nairobi, but has footprints across Africa and globally. So in partnership with Tradex Africa, together with AGI, we were the ones on the ground in Kenya mobilizing the group of leading companies in Kenya to come introduce them into the Ghanaian market to promote regional economic integration, and also to see what Ghana has to offer so that we can take it back to Kenya. Okay. In the spirit of creating, linkages between businesses, promote investment between the two countries, And also, you know, to just foster intra-Africa trade, because that's what we really need. You know, it's different somehow. In Africa, you tend to value products from maybe USA, France, and others, but we forget that Africa produces very good quality products, you know, and so when we strengthen intra-African trade, we can be able to grow Africa together.
So in the next 5 or 10 years to come, I mean, this intercourse, if it is maintained, I mean, what story will we be telling in the next 5 or 10 years to come?
Next 5 to 10 years to come, I think we will have promoted uniformly regional you know, economic development and trade across all borders in Africa, because that's what we really need to grow, you know, as Africa. Yeah.
And then after, you think there's more that perhaps businesses should do to take advantage of the opportunities under AfTA?
100%, because I believe AfTA opens the opportunity for Africa countries to trade with each other, and we can leverage on that as Africans from different countries, Kenya, Ghana, you know, and other countries, to be able to encourage businesses in between all countries.
So 30 seconds each, Mr. With you can, as we take leave of us, what are you telling Ghanaians and Ghanaian businessmen?
What I would tell the Ghanaians businessmen is that there is much opportunity in Africa when we engage and believe in each and every country. When we engage each other, we are able to learn, because every day is a learning day.
Sure.
We learn from each other, we build each other, and we grow together as Africa.
Bernard?
First, I would like to thank Ghana and the Ghanaian community and the Ghanaian businessmen for actually allowing us to be here, because, you know, they would say, no, I do this. So it's that shows the openness of it, and I believe if we continue with that spirit, we grow together.
David?
Yes, I would like to thank the AGI and Eminence and other partners who helped in this initiative, because we want to encourage people to buy African, trade African, and do everything African. Yes.
Okay. Michaela, you have the final word.
First of all, I love Ghana. Your food is amazing.
Oh, that's
and
great to know.
I'll say that.
Have you tasted jollof?
I've tasted jollof, kelewele. I've also tried so many things I've tried here, and your food is amazing. And what I like to say that we should continue in this partnership to strengthen our bilateral trade agreements to effect the MOU signed between the President of Ghana and the President of Kenya, and together we can be able to grow.
And I want to invite all of you also to, we have a habitat fair where we are showcasing everything housing this weekend. If you are in town, I can invite you all to Tema, the industrial hub of Ghana, where we have all the big players in the housing industry come together to showcase their products.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
All right.
We'll be there,
Right.
yes.
So that's our show, folks, for today. We'll be back tomorrow, same time Friday, from Tema, where we'll have the habitat fair. Until then, whatever you are up to in the hours ahead, I hope it's profitable. My name is Elton Grobe. See you tomorrow.